Welcome to Class Leonard, the musical. Today is Tuesday, the 19th of May, 2020. Hey, 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 I have glasses on, and it's still May. Welcome to Class Leonard, the musical. Right, enough of that. Hi everybody, how are you? It's Tuesday the 19th of May here in 2020, I've said lots of times. I hope you had a good holiday yesterday. I hope you did lots of things like going out for exercise more than once a day and staying at home. Yeah. And watching some cool Disney stuff and YouTube things and amazing TV and getting some exercise and eating food and keeping happy. Yeah. I'm sitting at the piano today, you might hear, so I'm going to just play random things. Yeah. So, I hope you're well and enjoy the lesson today. Lots of exciting things happening. Here we go. Reminder today, which is Tuesday, the peoples. Now, if you're watching this on Wednesday, it's not going to happen. So, it's like X Factor when it says if you're watching a repeat, you can't enter. So, Tuesday at 11 o'clock, we are going to meet the engineers. I saw some people have signed up already. I would like everybody in the class to sign up and ask questions. That would be great. So this is the URL. I've put it into Teams as well. So on Teams you should have that. That you can just go on, register, ask questions. At 11 o'clock we're having a live chat with our engineers. I know some people were asking who are the engineers that are going to be there. And they are Amber, Heather, Sophie, Rohani, Graham, Craig, Jonathan, and Army Sean. Don't know if that's his real name, Army Sean. But yeah, that's the people that are going to be there. So all their profiles are on the site. So have a look at the profiles and see what kind of questions you would like to ask. I mean, during the live chat, we can ask lots of different questions as well. Remember what they're doing. They are trying to get your votes. So the engineers get some money to try and do something in schools or communities in their local area or nationwide. You'll need to ask them what they would use the money for. And you are able to vote for them. So they really want to try to get your vote. So ask questions about maybe what they want to do with the money or what their favourite song is and things, but actually ask questions about their career and what they do. And is there anything interesting that really interests you in the profile they have? So have a look, and I'm really excited about it at 11 o'clock, and I hope to see everybody in the class there. Should I do a little interlude every time we go to a new slide? Oh. Okay, shush. Here is spelling. Should I do a cheery one for spelling? Oh no, hold on. It's spelling. Okay. Spelling P3. You are making comparatives and superlatives by adding two adjectives. Seriously, P3. Don't worry too much about those words that you're looking at going, whoa. As long as you know what an adjective is and what comparing means, you're sorted, yeah? So P3, you're looking at 2 ones this week, yeah? Kind of speeding it up, so we're making up for a little bit of lost time with that. So you're looking at and ist. And ist. and ist. Okay, so you are thinking of a word, and if you add or est onto the end, you get new words that compare something. Let me explain. So, for example, you might have small. To make it into a comparative, smaller, you're comparing something. Yeah? So you're I had a smaller chocolate bar than Macaulay, yeah, or something like that, yeah. You can also have tall and tallest, yeah, so tall becomes tallest by adding that EST onto the end. Does everybody see that EST in P3? Yeah, so we're just adding that EST onto the end and that ER onto the end there to become two different words, and they're comparing each other, yeah? So you would use it to compare who's the tallest in the class. Yeah? Okay? Does that make sense, P3? Here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to, the same thing, find your own words. Yeah? You might find an adjective in your house. And then, so remember, adjectives are describing word. If you add ER to it, does it become a new word, a comparative word? You might see other rules there. For example, pretty. If you were to add ER onto the end, prettier, but it's a very different spelling. You might need to have a wee look at that. Don't confuse yourself. So we are just looking at adding ER and EST onto words, if that makes sense. So 5 ER words, 5 EST words. Amazing. Thank you very much. P the fourth, we're adding prefixes. So we've moved from suffixes to prefixes. What do you think prefixes mean? That's right, peoples. Prefixes mean at the start of the word. The start of the word. We are looking at D and re. D and re. D and re. That sounds like a new program, doesn't it? I'm going to write it. D and re. Welcome to D and re. D and re. So if we add D onto the beginning of a word and re onto the beginning of a word, can we make some new words? Let's have a think. So we've got code to decode. Yeah, that's another word, isn't it? And we've got set to reset. Yeah. Same thing as the P3s and P4. You're looking at 5 words where you add D onto the beginning of the word and 5 that you put re onto the beginning of the word. Okay? Thanks very much, my peoples. Next slide. What is going on here? What? Say what? I mean, what? There's a dog. And it's a plane. Is that a plane? Yeah, it's a plane. Whoa. Phew. Just look at this picture for a second. What do you see? It's amazing. Thank you. You're going to ask some questions on this. So, instead of doing grammar, I don't know if you saw that I put on, I think it was Avic's one about Khan Academy. Khan Academy is great because it tells you all about it. So you might have a word such as a noun or a pronoun that you're like, I'm not too sure what a pronoun means. If you go into Khan Academy and put pronoun in, there are videos there that you can look at, tells you exactly what it is. And then I don't think you need a class code, but I will have a look and if there is a class code there, I will put a class code up. Yeah, but instead of grammar for the next few weeks, we're going to put grammar into writing, into literacy. You probably haven't written a proper story for a while, so this is our chance to have a go at that. Now, it's becoming towards the end of the year. So usually at this time of the year, I'm getting everything together to pass on to a new teacher next year. So that's what I'm still trying to do. I want you to try and do your best work. I know things are a little bit difficult, but I'm hoping you're getting used to it. So this is your best work. Here's what we'd like you to do now. I'd like you to take your pen and your paper, or your pencil and paper, or your whiteboard, or whatever you've got at home, and answer these questions. Now, I would like you to pause the video and answer them properly as we're going on. So, question number 1. What do you think Poppy and Jasper are looking at? I would say Jasper's a dog. I'm just saying. And Poppy's a girl. But I don't know. What do you think they are looking at? Question 2. Where do you think Poppy got the aircraft from? Question 3. What might happen next? Oh. Do you think it's hard to be a pilot? What might you need to think about when flying an aeroplane? Here's what I would like you to do next. I would like you can either write this down, or you can just put the adjectives in. I'd prefer you wrote the whole thing out, but it's completely up to you. I'm not going to be there. Fill in the missing adjectives. Remember, adjectives are describing words. Poppy and Jasper were in a something aeroplane. Please, my people, notice something here. This lovely little comma. Yep. In a something aeroplane. They were looking at something extremely shocking. Poppy's something eyes and something mouth were open, and Jasper's something tongue was hanging out. They were both wearing something goggles, which helped with the something wind while they were flying through the something clouds. Now, if I know my class, which I do, there will be some people in there that just want to put silly words in. Poppy and Jasper were in an onion banana aeroplane. Yeah? But you can do the silly one, but make sure that you're doing a proper one. What are the best adjectives that you can think of to describe it? And what you'll notice after you do that, you'll notice that these adjectives will be amazing, and they will really bring that whole writing out. You've got your adjectives there. Next task I would like you to do is grammar and punctuation challenge. That's a good challenge sound, isn't it? Make a list of feelings that Poppy might be experiencing in the plane. For example, excited, shocked, nervous. Any other ones? You can pause the video for a while you get that list. Excellent, now you've got that list. Start a sentence using one of those feelings. Shocked, for example. Poppy gasped when she noticed that it was now flying next to them. Terrified, Jasper let out a loud howl when they flew through the thick cloud. Yeah? A brilliant sentence using one of them. Start your sentence with it. And here's your task. Your story starter. Flying is supposed to be fun. Poppy often dreamed about what her first flight would be like. She imagined it was like being a bird, free and weightlessly drifting through the clouds. The first part of the journey has been exactly as she'd hoped for. Jasper agreed, signalling his enjoyment by barking enthusiastically from the co-pilot's seat. Unfortunately, things suddenly took a terrible turn for the worse. Continue the story. What do you think can happen? So on your assignment thing, I've put the Word document in there if you just want to type it out. That is fine. You don't need to write what I've written there if you don't want to. It might help though, but I would like you to continue the story. Have a wee look at what I'm looking for. I'm looking for lots of powerful adjectives. I would like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Make it exciting. Make sure your capital letters and full stops are correct, and your senses to describe people and places. And look at your grammar checklist to see what I'm expecting you to include. So remember those grammar things I sent last Tuesday, was it? I said P3, have a look through this, P4, have a look through them. They are still on your files at the top. Have a look and see if you can add anything in there. Can you make sure that you've got a complex sentence, for example? Yeah, really impressed with this one. Just a little note, the learning intention for this one is to create a first draft of a story. Remember, it's a first draft. I'm not looking for absolutely perfect. I'm looking for a draft of a story that's got a clear beginning, middle, end, bit of excitement, but I'm not expecting it to be written today. If you send it to me, I will give you some feedback on it. The best way for me to give you feedback is for you to type it on Word if you can. But I can make sure that you've got a good camera so I can see the words and good punctuation as well. If you can't write it on Word. Looking forward to reading them. Thank you. Numeracy. So I noticed last week some people weren't getting what estimating was meaning, so I've put this one into just today and I would like you to have a look. So it's helping me to find the best answer by rounding to two numbers to the nearest 10 and finding the total. So this number one is an example, okay? So 23 plus 46 equals, I mean, I'm thinking that most people will be able to do that. I am not looking for so much the correct answer to the first one. I'm looking for evidence that you can round and estimate. Okay? I know some people will be already going, well, 6 plus 3, yeah. But what I'm looking for is 23 plus 46. And if you look down at this bit here, the rounded bit, we are rounding the number. So 23 becomes, we're rounding that down, of course, 20. And 46, we're rounding that up to 50. So now we can do, well, 20 plus 50 is 70. Circle the best estimate, 70. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. 81 plus 48, you can see the same thing is there, and then this one here doesn't have it, so you'll need to fill these ones in. I know I'm giving you a lot of literacy stuff today, so I'm not going to give you too much numeracy stuff, but if you're looking for other stuff, enrich always. Some dog on there, I hope you're not getting too bored with some dog. I'm actually looking at another thing that we can do online there as well. There's a challenge down at the bottom there that I've kind of cut off there, but this file is on the assignments thing, so you'll see it there. Okay, thank you so much for your work last week, your self-portraits and pictures, and items, that was really good. So this week, the National Galleries are looking at David Shringley's image, which is called Imagine the Green is Red. So this picture here is from Kelvin Grove Park, and the artist has put a sign out that says, "Imagine the green is red." And the whole idea he was going for was that he just wanted to make people think and make people wonder and make people a bit confused and make people smile. So, words are important to the artist. He's interested about how we think about text and images together, especially when they're put together in funny and unusual ways. So, we are going to try to write some weird words together that might surprise someone in your house. So, for example, just on a piece of paper, or if you've got a bit of cardboard, you can write something on a bit of cardboard that says, I don't know, imagine the sky is blue. Sometimes in Scotland that's a wee bit different. Or imagine there's no lockdown. Yeah, or something like that. Or something to make someone smile. Or something really random about chairs have feelings. Or something like that. You might want to write on. And next time you go for a walk, take a picture of it in your local park, or take a photo of it in the best place in your house or garden and send it to me. And that would be really, really good fun. That's just me saying the exact same thing again. So from me on Tuesday, that's it. I hope you're having great fun. And look out on Teams for I'm hopefully going to do a live story thing on Teams at some point, or on YouTube Live. I'm not sure which the best one is, because we haven't read a story together for a while, and I did go into school and I got a couple of books from there, so it might be quite good to have a listen to. But for now, have a great time today, and I will see you again on Friday. I'm going to sing you a song called Stevens. Stevens, oh Stevens, oh Stevens, Stevie, Stevie, Stevens, 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 Stevens. Have a good one.